Razorbacks about to kick it away and get this season started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They start the season in the top 10, ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season all fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit, but talking to some of their...
Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack, because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game with all the rain, they were going to have to be able to run the ball and be more physical, but of course you can't avoid passing situations, and they're just going to have to be better as this game goes on, connecting on these gimme throws. They weren't able to do it there, and as a result, they turn it over on the first drive of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Jackson will throw. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Quickly complete. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck-up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Now they'll run it to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Power football with the run. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, running back on the move. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds his man. It's Brown. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Grab near the sticks. It's Anthony. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Oh, they're after him. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him fear the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Runs through a tackle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Washington sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And the Arkansas offense will take over 1st and 10.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Sends it back in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
There he goes. Open it up. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one.
1st and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Touchdown, Washington! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving them.
Snags it on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Jackson will throw. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Anthony. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, they start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like you can...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. And you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. The give to the back. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Jackson going to throw it. It's complete to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by just 1 over Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And the defense stopped him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run to the left. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Got it in the middle. It's Anthony. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Anthony. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Jackson will throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Here's the heat. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give out of the gun. Got room to work. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Caught near the sticks. It's Anthony. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Calls his own number. Ball is loose. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the comeback is on.
That play right there may take a year off of the head coach's life. He thought his offense was going in for an easy score. They fumbled it. Could have been a disaster, but very lucky to pounce on it, and they get the touchdown regardless.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. To the ground with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And wings it incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
The field goal is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. That's reeled in. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Going over the top. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Rush is on him. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Washington, 28. Arkansas, 21.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make the move upfield. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Cincinnati is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Desmond Ridder should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UCLA. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anthony. Turning it on. It's a fumble on the play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Razorbacks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They'll try the left side. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This guy's been running hard all game long in the fourth quarter. Now at that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
They'll give it to him again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Muscling ahead on third and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Husky! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Jackson will throw. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. At the 30.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Touchdown, Washington! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. He wants a big play here late. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
Loses 3. Coming up, 4th down.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had